does he expect? We're back live now, going to that garage which we're expecting to be raided at any second. Austin Tasseltine is there. Austin, anything happened?
Nothing.
No violence or stabbings?
None at all, Chris, no.
What about those men behind you? What are they doing?
I think they're just buying some petrol.
Are you sure?
Are you buying some petrol?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Austin. Well, if that apparently innocent-looking purchase did turn into a shooting, then this is what it would look like. Now, according to experts, that's exactly what would happen.
We certainly hope so, yes.
Belt up. I'm sitting opposite a man. He knows nothing. He talks all the time. The result is he's a trenchant buffoon. He has no idea how to present television shows. He looks ridiculous in that fashion wear. He swans around all the time hoping that people will recognise him, when in fact nobody's even remotely interested. He's taking up enough time on this show already, and he hasn't even opened his mouth. God knows why he's here. I've nothing to ask the guy. And for all I know, he may well be a bit of a cocoa shunter too. Darkus, how?
What's a cocoa shunter?
Cocoa shunter, that's just what I've got. Oh, sorry, that's the introduction to Robert Elms. Sorry, do you know Robert Elms? I've just read out the introduction to Robert Elms. She just caught fire. It wasn't my fault. Back to our live cameras now. Austin Tasseltine is at that garage. We're expecting to be raided at any moment now. Austin, any incidents yet?
There's still nothing going on here, Chris, apart from young Seagull that seems to have broken into the booth and is making the man there rather unhappy.
Fucking bird.
In a few minutes, has even our sense of fair play been eroded? News expose the growing fashion for torturing golf caddies.
There's what they call a tea sandwich. And you hear that question, do you want tea? And that means just 20, 25 golf tees, mixture of wood and plastic in 2 big hunks of bread. And you're forced to eat that.
The broadcaster and entertainer Clive Anderson has been shot dead by television host Noel Edmonds at his house in Cornwall this evening. Police attended the incident but were prevented from entering the grounds by machine gun fire. From Cornwall, Vivian Banch reports.
The incident took place at around 7:30 during dinner when Mr. Edmonds produced an automatic weapon and began shooting indiscriminately at his guests.
One servant witnessed the bloodbath but managed to escape intact.
I came round the grounds, round the back way, and then got through the fence over here.
Any idea why Edmonds has done this?
No idea. He's never done it before.
An hour later, Edmonds appeared at a top window with blood on his face and threw what may have been a head onto the ground below. It is not known what happened to the other guests, but Edmonds has now taken up position on his roof with an armoury of precision weapons. Less than half an hour ago, he was seen firing a rocket launcher at a wedding party over a mile away. The estate is now surrounded, but police fear he may take to the air in a helicopter gunship and start spreading his massacre over hundreds of miles.
The world of show business has tonight reacted with sadness and horror.
Well, I just heard a rumour about it. I don't know what's happened at all.
Apparently Clive Anderson was shot.
Clive Anderson was shot? By who? Not
by Noel Edmonds, yeah.
What? No.
I'd say there's no excuse. None whatsoever.
And if Edmonds is still inside the house?
Well, just shoot him. I mean, people like me, we're supposed to be rascals. But it's your Edmonds, your Thomas Hamiltons, your Hungerford guys, all so-called nice people.
They ought to shoot him off the roof as quickly as possible.
Yes.
And there'll be an update at 11:30 after our next scheduled programme.
Coming up, can our decline be blamed on God?
This is the house of God. So where's the landlord? It's infested with rot. I doubt if he's paid a visit in 20 years. These people, look at them. They're nothing more than tenants in a dead man's shack. That idiot pukes it out and they hoover it up like sick puppies. Just a second, Father. When did you last check your facts? My point entirely. We've had this book analysed. It reads like the ramblings of a drugged horse. The question tonight, is God confused like his prating truth pimps, or is he dead?
The Catholic Church is in turmoil after an apparition claiming to be Christ drunkenly cursed pilgrims at a holy site in Yugoslavia.
He called us fucking idiots and said drink St. Peter's piss.
Cardinal Hume was badly shaken by the vision and today issued what could be a resignation statement, saying, "It was bad enough to see him curse like a footballer, but I lost my faith completely when he farted on my balls."
Welcome back. I was about to read out some of this drivel that you've been phoning in all evening, but luckily we've been saved from that because there has been an incident at that garage. Nothing more than the seagull attack when we were last there, but it's got a bit more dramatic. Austin Tassel time. What's happened?
Things have become completely exciting here because the ferocity of the seagull became very unpleasant towards the man, and the man panicked and started shooting at it with some flaming lighter fuel. That's when I thought, no, because back garage, and the bird caught fire and smashed through the window into the forecourt next to a man who was filling up his car with petrol. And at this point, I find myself flying through a hedge with precaution. The garage man produced an air pistol and started shooting at the bird, but instead he hit the man in the knee. And the man, I think, must have wheeled around and sprayed absolutely everything with petrol because when the bird blew up, the whole place went sky high. And I've certainly never seen any... I mean, I'm not sure if this is a true disaster or just a cross between a very unpleasant event and a rather stupid one.
Thank you.
This is the Frankie Fraser madometer, right? So it's a low miff down here, a mad as a lorry up that end, and all the stages in between. Some examples, right? Somebody gives you a bit of verbal GBH of the ear roll. Is that low?
That's low, yeah.
That's low, OK, so that might go there. Some Herbert's touching up your bird.
Wouldn't like that, no.
OK, fondled by a nonce.
Oh, he'd suffer for that.
Right, OK, so that might be up here. Being grassed up to the filth.
That would have to go up here.
Right up here. OK, now I'm interested to see what happens now. Reading about a pervert who interferes with the kids.
Well, if you had another one further along here...
So that can go actually off the scale?
Yeah.
All right, now I just want to...
Anything go with him.
Anything at all?
Anything.
Right. Here you are being grassed up to the filth. How would you feel if you there had accidentally grassed yourself?
Well, that's my own fault in the bed, wasn't it?
So that will make you less mad?
Well, if exactly, you'd only grassed yourself, you'd have yourself to blame. But how on earth could you grass yourself?
I don't know, you might have got drunk or something, you might have given yourself away.
No way, no, you don't do that. That can't happen, no. We're too experienced now.
Was there ever a time when you weren't experienced?
Never. No.
Do you think you were born experienced enough not to grass yourself?
I think so, yeah.